My name is Carter Spees, and I will be presenting an autobiography on my grandma, Dianne Sliefert. 1 Corinthians 13:13, and now these three remain, faith, hope, and love. But the grace of these is love. This is my grandma's favorite verse. Dianne was born on May 12, 1938, in Spencer, Iowa. She weighed 7 pounds, 8.8 ounces, and had green eyes and blonde hair. Her parents were Archie and Alice Barber, and she had 9 brothers and sisters. Dianne was the oldest girl and was the third oldest in her family. Her dad, Archie, was a salesman, and her mom, Alice, was a stay-at-home mom. Dianne's childhood memories consisted of playing kick the can, alley over, jacks, and baseball. Her most memorable times were going on family picnics, mountain climbing, fishing, and ice skating. With being the oldest girl in her family, Dianne had to help with her younger siblings by helping them get dressed, feeding them, and helping with the meals and dishes. Dianne and her family moved around a lot during her childhood, but her favorite place they lived was in Montana, as they enjoyed climbing and playing on the mountains. Dianne also had a bulldog while growing up named Sugar. Dianne's favorite meal consisted of fried chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, corn, homemade buns, and homemade chocolate cake. In school, Dianne's favorite subjects were English and business courses. Her favorite teacher was from 3rd grade, Mrs. Stout, because she was so caring to everyone and she never raised her voice. For fun, Dianne enjoyed playing tennis, going to the lake, the outdoor theater, skating rink, and cruising in a 1950 Chevy. Popular trends in her teen years were wearing white buck shoes, penny loafers, cans, dog collars, and listening to rock and roll. One of Dianne's greatest memories during this time was on her graduation day when Don proposed and they celebrated their engagement with graduation cake. Dianne and Donald were then married on April 16, 1957. Dianne's first job was at Iowa Public Service, where her duties included typing, filing, and answering phones. Dianne and Donald had 6 kids, 3 boys and 3 girls. Their names were Danny, Debbie, David, Darcy, Darren, and Dawn. Dianne stayed extremely busy during her childhood growing up years, as she was very involved in their school, church, and other extracurricular activities. One of Dianne's greatest joy was watching her children play sports, as she always got very excited. Dianne always made time to help her kids with homework and their clothes, work in the garden, and play ball with them outside. Once all of her children were grown outside of the house, she took a job as secretary at the Church of Christ in Alta, Iowa, which was also her family's home church. Dianne loved her job and worked there faithfully for 30 years. Some of the differences that Dianne noted today from when she grew up were the cost of things, respect for other adults, obsessed with electronics, and more serious with sports. Presently, Dianne still lives in Alta, Iowa, in the same big house that she raised her family in. Her late husband, Donald, passed away in 2015, along with her youngest son, Darren. Dianne spends her time visiting her children and grandchildren and reading several books a day. Dianne is blessed with 28 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren. Dianne's favorite time of the year is on Christmas Day, when she opens her home up to the whole family while enjoying lots of great foods and snacks, visiting and cuddling new babies, and playing competitive card games. Thank you, Grandma, for always being there and being so patient, loving, and being there for me. Thank you.